Ram trucks have a weird reputation. Guys either swear by them or they swear at them. And honestly, both sides are right. I've seen Rams hit 300,000 miles on the original engine without a single headache. But there is one specific model year, a year that looks great on paper, that will absolutely eat you alive in repair costs. I've watched owners dump $10,000 into this truck just to keep it from falling apart at a red light. If you're shopping for a used Ram right now, you are walking into a trap if you don't know the bad three. Today, we are exposing the 3 worst and 4 best Ram models to own, so you can stop being a victim of the service department. Worst number 3, the 2013 Ram 1500. Now on the surface, 2013 seemed like a revolution. This was the year Ram introduced the ZF 8-speed automatic transmission. And I want to be clear, I actually love the ZF 8-speed. It is arguably the best automatic transmission ever put in a pickup truck. It's the same basic design used by BMW, Bentley, and Rolls-Royce. The first-year curse. The problem wasn't the hardware, it was the first-year curse. In 2013, the software calibration was a disaster. Owners reported harsh shifting, hesitation when pulling away from stops, and a terrifying delayed engagement. You'd put the truck in drive, and it would just sit there for a second, thinking, before slamming into gears so hard it felt like you'd been rear-ended. Cold weather nightmare. If you're test driving one of these, it might feel fine when it's warmed up, but the 2013 model shows its ugly side on a cold winter morning. That first shift from park to drive can feel like the transmission is trying to leave the vehicle. The fix, if you own one. If you already own a 2013, don't panic. But do this. Change your fluid. Not a flush, a change. The factory fill on these early 8 speeds was poor. Fresh ZF Lifeguard fluid can smooth out those shifts. This service runs $750 to $1,200 at a dealer, but it's the only way to save that gearbox. If you're looking at one on a used lot and the price seems too good to be true, you now know why. The transmission is learning on the job, and you're the one paying for the tuition. Worst number 2, the 2011 Ram 1500. If you have never heard the term TIPM, consider yourself lucky. TIPM stands for Totally Integrated Power Module. It is the brain of your truck. Every single electrical signal, from the fuel pump and the horn to the wipers and the starter, runs through this one module mounted in your engine bay. The electrical poltergeist. In 2011, the TIPM lost its mind. We're talking about trucks where the horns would start blaring in the middle of the night for no reason. Windows would roll down by themselves while the truck was parked in the rain. Most dangerously, the fuel pumps would refuse to shut off even after the key was pulled out, draining the battery or causing a fire risk. The betrayal. The replacement cost is $1,000 to $3,000. But here is the part that makes my blood boil. Chrysler/Stellantis never issued a recall for the 2011 Ram, even though they recalled the exact same part in Jeeps and Durangos from that era. Ram owners were left out in the cold, paying out of pocket for a known factory defect. The warning. If you see a 2011 for sale and the seller says it just needs a new battery or it has a small electrical gremlin, walk away. It is almost certainly a TIPM failure, and it is a diagnostic nightmare that will drain your bank account and your sanity. Worst number 1, the 2014 Ram 1500. We have reached the bottom of the barrel. The 2014 Ram 1500 is the truck mechanics talk about when someone asks which Ram to never, ever buy. The stats on this truck are staggering. 25,500 complaints filed with the NHTSA, 14 recalls, and over 900 technical service bulletins. This isn't just a bad year, it's a mechanical catastrophe. The eco-diesel disaster. 2014 was the debut year of the 3.0-liter EcoDiesel. It looked great on paper, high torque and great MPG. In reality, the high-pressure fuel pump, HPFP, is known to fail catastrophically.
When it fails, it sends tiny metal shavings through the entire fuel system. We're talking $6,000 for the pump and a total system cleanup. The Hemi tick of death. If you skipped the diesel and got the 5.7-liter Hemi, you weren't safe either. 2014 was a peak year for the MDS lifter failure. The roller bearings inside the lifters seize up, scoring the camshaft. The repair bill? $5,000 to $7,000 at a dealer. On a 2014 truck, that's often more than the vehicle is actually worth. The triple threat. Add in snapping exhaust manifold bolts, a $1,300 machine shop job, and the ongoing 8-speed transmission issues from 2013, and you have a truck that is hit from every possible angle. If someone offers you a 2014 Ram at a steal, remember that you are the one being robbed.
Best number 4, the 2022 Ram 1500. Enough bad news. Let's talk about the trucks that are actually worth your hard-earned money. Best number 4 is the 2022 Ram 1500. This is the peak of the 5th generation DT platform. By 2022, Ram had 5 full years to sort out the bugs of the new body style. The sweet spot. What makes the 2022 special is that it was the last year you could get the 5.7 Hemi without the e-Torque mild hybrid system while still getting the updated Uconnect 5 infotainment system. e-Torque adds a 48-volt battery and a motor generator that are expensive to fix out of warranty. A standard Hemi is simpler, more reliable, and easier for the DIY mechanic to maintain. Best number 3 is a legend. The 2006 and 2007 Ram 2500 with the 5.9-liter Cummins diesel. There is a reason these trucks sell for $25,000 even with 200,000 miles. These were the last 2 years of the 5.9-liter before the heavy emissions equipment became mandatory. No DPF to clog, no EGR to leak, and no DEF fluid to buy. It is a straight-up, heavy-duty inline-6 that makes 325 horsepower and 610 pound-feet of torque. Best number 2 is the 2020 Ram 1500. The 2019 model was the first year of the new generation, and it was plagued with recalls and e-Torque issues. The 2020 model fixed almost all of it. Interestingly, the 2020 is the only year of the new generation that was not covered by the massive ABS recall that hit the other years. The configuration to buy. Look for a Bighorn or Laramie Crew Cab 4x4 with the non-e-Torque Hemi. This is the most reliable configuration in the modern Ram lineup. How to spot e-Torque. Open the hood. Look at the passenger side firewall. If you see a small black box with orange high-voltage cables, that's e-Torque. No orange cables? You found the Goldilocks truck. Simple, refined, and built during a window of high production quality. Best number 1, the unrivaled champion, the 2017 Ram 1500. We have reached number 1. The 2017 Ram 1500 is the truck I recommend more than any other. By 2017, the 4th-gen platform had been in production for 8 years. Every single worst-case scenario we talked about earlier had been solved. The ZF 8-speed was perfectly calibrated. The 5.7 Hemi received updated lifters with larger needle bearings, which essentially cured the Hemi tick for owners who did regular oil changes. The numbers. The annual repair cost on a 2017 averages just $568. That is the lowest in the entire history of the Ram 1500. You can pick one up for $15,000 to $25,000 and get a truck that works just as hard as a brand new one for a fraction of the price. It is a proven engine, a proven transmission, and a proven platform.
One final tip before you go. No matter which Ram you buy, ignore the lifetime fluid labels. Stellantis, or Ram, claims the transmission fluid is a lifetime fill, but ZF, the company that actually builds the transmission, says it needs to be serviced every 50,000 to 75,000 miles. Why the difference? Because Stellantis defines lifetime as 100,000 miles, the point where they want you to buy a new truck. A $750 fluid change is the cheapest insurance you will ever buy. It's the difference between a 300,000-mile truck and a $4,000 transmission rebuild. If you want to know the maintenance mistakes that kill Rams faster than anything else, check out the video on the screen right now. I'll see you in the next one.